Every time I put on my humble Casio F8 4W or see my kids' Casios, I'm reminded of simpler times when video games weren't algorithmically designed to ruin your life, when cars had analog switches and gauges, and a time when watch development was still primarily about making a product that was actually useful for real people. By the late 1970s, the global watch industry was still feeling the aftershocks of the quartz crisis. Traditional Swiss mechanical watchmakers were struggling against the rapid rise of Japanese quartz watches. Companies like Seiko, Citizen, and Casio had revolutionized the market with highly accurate, battery-powered quartz movements. Far cheaper, less maintenance, and they told the time way better. I like to use this illustration to show just how much better this technology was. Imagine if electric cars actually delivered on every promise. Imagine 2,000 miles of range on a cheap little battery. Cheaper to produce, faster on a racetrack, and they drove themselves. What would become of combustion engine vehicles and the companies that make them? That's what quartz did to mechanical watches. But wristwatches at this time were still pretty fragile. Despite being more accessible than ever, on the hands of auto mechanics, EMTs, everyday people, watches were being put through the ringer in ways they'd never been before. It was time to once again revolutionize the usability of the watch. At least that's what Casio set out to do. They built a team called Project Team Tough, led by this guy, Kikuo Ibe. Kikuo was fresh out of college, mechanical engineering degree in hand, and had just joined Casio's watch design department in 1976. He tells a story that was, in many ways, a catalyst for the G-Shock project, dropping and breaking the watch his father gave him for his graduation. What if there was a watch that could handle virtually anything? That was the question on Ibe's mind, and Casio decided to let him head up a project to find out. Casio had a few clear advantages in this quest. The idea of a durable watch wasn't entirely new, but mechanical watches had so many fragile parts. Springs, tiny moving pieces. Casio's digital watches were entirely different. The core movement was simpler and lighter. The quartz movement sits lower in the watch. The LCD display had no moving parts. So much better for this kind of goal. Casio had also pioneered a new material, resin, for watch cases and straps. Resin naturally absorbs shocks better than stainless steel or precious metals. Still, the project faced serious challenges. Casio's own G-Shock book puts it well. Most durable watches before the G-Shock were built like a tank. Heavy, padded with metal. They could resist a spear strike, but like an actual tank dropped from a few feet up, everything on the inside gets horribly rattled when it lands. For IB and his team, the goal was to make the watch's internals float inside the case, protected from a fall of up to 10 meters. Traditional watches, both mechanical and quartz, had the movement secured directly to the case using screws or mounting brackets. Structurally solid. But any shock experienced by the case is immediately transferred to the movement. Misalignment, breakage, failure. Casio engineers took the opposite approach. Instead of rigidly attaching the movement, they suspended it using soft materials, urethane foam and rubber pads. The movement could absorb impacts by shifting slightly inside the case, like how an engine mount in a car absorbs vibration rather than sending it straight to the engine. This was entirely revolutionary, as was the outer case design, with its now famous urethane bezel and bumpers and strategically placed holes that act as suspension. Even with the floating module, certain components remained vulnerable. The LCD display, circuit board, battery connections, so the display was designed to flex slightly on impact rather than crack. Electronic connections were strengthened. The battery compartment got a locking mechanism. Buttons were built with spring-loaded structures to handle sudden impact. Over the next 2 years, from 1981 to 1983, the team studied what you could call the physics of timepiece toughness. They created over 200 prototypes, testing each one by dropping them from a third-story window at Casio's research facility. Each failure led to refinements in materials, structural design, internal protection, and they went further, smashing it with a hammer, wearing it while riding a motorcycle, exposing it to extreme cold and heat, running it over with vehicles, burying it in mud. Most of the tests were done in the real world, not just a lab. On top of shock resistance up to 10 meters, the watch would have 10-bar water resistance, that's 100 meters, and a 10-year battery life. After 2 years of relentless testing and continuous redesign, they finally achieved their goal. In 1983, the first G-Shock, the DW5000C, was released to the public, and nobody wanted it. Even though it was advertised as durable and practical, for everyday use, extreme environments, the kind of watch that could handle you smashing it while working on a car, or doubling as a hockey puck if necessary. The problem was how consumers, especially domestic Japanese consumers, viewed watches at the time. Most people still saw them as elegant accessories, not rugged tools, but like many other Japanese products, the G-Shock found its audience in the United States. Police officers, firefighters, military personnel, extreme sports athletes, people who needed this level of durability couldn't believe what it could handle. A truly rugged timepiece that could take a licking and keep on ticking, in a way that, Timexes couldn't. The success of the G-Shock came out of a simple philosophy, one Casio had already applied to other products: continuous improvement and evolution. Early on, the WW5300C introduced the ability to withstand extreme temperatures from minus 22 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Marketed primarily to outdoorsmen and military users, it was a precursor to the professional G-Shocks that would follow. In 1987, the DW5600C refined the iconic square design, slightly more compact and lightweight, same rugged durability. This design became a cult classic. It's still in production in various forms today. In 1990, the DW5900, also known as the triple graph, became the first G-Shock to feature 3 digital subdials. It paved the way for later analog-digital hybrid models. Then, in 1994, the DW6600 introduced electroluminescent backlighting, making the display significantly easier to read in low light. This model gained real favor with US military personnel and Navy SEALs, further cementing G-Shock's reputation as a watch built for extreme conditions. Casio marketed the G-Shock brilliantly. To gain a foothold in America, they bypassed typical watch dealers entirely and put their watches in Walmart, sporting goods stores, and pharmacies. Many of the engineers actually felt this incredible product was above these chains, but it turned out to be genius. Casios were everywhere. Everyone could afford one. Skateboarders, surfers, snowboarders, nurses, pilots, everyone in between. By the 90s, the G-Shock transcended its origins as a pure tool watch and became a fashion and lifestyle icon. Casio capitalized on this by introducing colorful designs, collaborations, and attracting a younger streetwear audience, while continuing to develop professional-grade models for divers, adventurers, and extreme sports athletes. The Master of G series, launched in the mid-90s, really embodied this dual approach. The Frogman, introduced in '93, became the first G-Shock to receive ISO-certified 200-meter diving capabilities, a favorite among professional divers. The Mudman was designed for off-road and desert conditions, with a fully sealed case to keep dirt and mud out of the bits and crannies. The Rangeman pushed further, with altimeter, barometer, and compass for outdoor navigation. At the turn of the millennium, Casio introduced tough solar technology, powering certain G-Shock models by solar energy. This aligned perfectly with the original 1010 philosophy by pushing battery life well beyond 10 years. The 2000s also brought radio-controlled wave-scepter models, automatically syncing with atomic clocks. If you need a G-Shock that can handle 15 Gs of centrifugal force, they've got it. The 2010 brought Bluetooth connectivity. The Gravity Master series incorporated carbon fiber reinforced cases, lighter and more durable. And then there was one of the most dramatic shifts in the entire lineup: the introduction of high-end luxury models under the MTG and MRG series. These combined G-Shock's legendary durability with premium materials like titanium and sapphire crystal. A new segment of G-Shocks designed for both rugged use and executive wear. Of course, there's also the GA2100, the Casio Oak, so named because it looks like an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. Minimalist design, same core G-Shock durability. Instant hit. For me, the appeal of the G-Shock has always been in some of the simpler models. The ones that closely resemble the original DW5000C, rugged watches built for highly specific tasks, even when the design makes them a bit ungainly. These watches embody a philosophy of function over form, and ultimately, function leading to form. This was Casio's approach to the G-Shock from the beginning, and though there are now a million iterations of this watch, that philosophy is what makes the G-Shock cool. It's not a matter of taking a tough product and figuring out how to make the design appealing. The appeal of the design is born out of the function. Like so many other cult classic rugged products, the Swiss Army knife, the Jeep Wrangler, it's the durability of the design that makes it cool. And like these other built-to-last products, The design doesn't always catch on right away, but over time, we begin to see them as beautiful. The G-Shock, especially in its original form, is beautiful. Not in the same way a Patek Philippe or a Grand Seiko snowflake is beautiful, but beautiful and iconic, like a NASA spacesuit or an old brick building. I love the story of the G-Shock because it's a unique one from watch history. It's a story of a team relentlessly pursuing a single goal, making a better product, a more usable watch for real people. Casio wasn't trying to make an icon, but that's often what happens when real people get their hands on a truly great product that was designed and purpose-built for real people. Without a doubt, many of you have owned a G-Shock at some point. We'd all love to hear your experience in the comments below, so let us know, and we'll see you in the next video.